post an update that we're still doing it.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Take as much time as you need to take.
I'll do that right now.
Yeah. I'll make it worth everybody's while. My sandwich of the week, I think, will be visually very appealing, I think, to everybody. So.
Oh man, mine's not.
Not it. I mean, it still looked good to me though. Like, I mean, nobody can see it yet in the chat, but you know, it still looked pretty tasty to me. I won't lie.
How many people have you done this with before?
Great question. If I were to estimate it, well, see, we've been at it for almost 3 years. So it's got to be over 100 at this point. Yeah, probably over 100 people. Yes, we've had some people back for multiple additional appearances, but for this interview series, it's feeling like 100 because you definitely have at least 30 people on each year, at least minimum. Because typically we're getting people on 3 out of the 4, even 5 weeks of a month, and then kind of going from there. I mean, in a lot of months you're getting them all 4 weeks. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, King, what up, King? Good to see you. Shout out to King Downbreaker. Yeah, 100 plus for sure.
Oh,
even with the repeats.
Dang. I need to pull up the chat too. Hold on.
Sounds good.
I'll just pull it up on my phone, I guess. Nice. Where is it? Okay. Here. Yeah, hopefully some people from my stream still show up.
I think we'll see a pretty good turnout tonight. I feel good about that. There we go. There's one. There's Jordy. Hi, Jordy. Good to see you, Jordy. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for waiting too. I am so sorry we're starting so late tonight. It's I'll explain that in a moment, but yeah, had a bit of a health scare before the start of stream, and I won't go into detail. I'll go into details later, but I'd rather keep the focus on our friend Hana tonight. But I'm okay, and obviously doing pretty well enough to stream, so I'm actually feeling pretty good, and yeah, it's things are looking pretty good, so that's a good sign too. So
yeah.
All right. Well,
are these all sandwiches that you have taken pictures?
Some of them are sandwiches I've taken pictures, like this one. This RV sandwich. That's the sandwich I had. I had this. This might not be a sandwich. Actually, this is a Cane's meal. I thought it was, and it looked like a sandwich. It actually might not be. So people have called me out on that before. I made this one. This is I think it's a roast beef and cheddar. I made these.
Wait a minute. That's a burger.
Those are burgers.
Does a burger count as a sandwich?
Absolutely. I always felt that way. Yeah. and I don't think I've had this one. This is a Monte Cristo. This is the Bobby from a place in this area, and actually there have been locations all over the place called Capriati's. That burger was from another place. I've not had this. This is a Schwartz's famous smoked meat sandwich. This is Pinball Sorcerer sent this one. This is a banh mi that Pinball Sorcerer had, and then the rest of these are just stock photos.
Huh.
Hey, Arcade Chris, what's going on? So good to see you. And Gallery and Saber, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Chris, can we give a shout out to Arcade Chris too? I'm cooking dinner. I'll be lurking just a bit. Right on. Have a great dinner, my friend. And yeah, Jordy, let's go ahead and start this up. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. I appreciate you waiting it out and everything. Let's start us up. Hi, Galanorian Saber. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Nice to meet you. We're clapping for you. No, we're clapping for everybody. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. Good to have you all here. Arcade Chris says they opened a Mendocino Farms and we thought I should tell you. Oh, I love it. That's a good spot. You're going to love the sandwiches there, my friend. I'm Davey. Hello there. Welcome. This is The Sandwich Show, our weekly foray into getting to know all the cool people who stream out on the internet. And we also do other things on this channel in addition to our interview series. And you've seen some of those things recently. But anyway, great to have you here. It is a pleasure to get to know another awesome person on Twitch and other platforms. And tonight's featured guest is a very talented piano player, someone who can play songs from ear and often do it within a very short amount of time, learning from scratch even. And is also a huge fan of sandwiches. Let us introduce to you our good friend, Hannah, aka hansolo1390. Welcome to the show, my friend. How's it going tonight?
Woo! Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Well, that's a very good question tonight.
I know it's a little rough getting started.
I'm good. I'm glad to say. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need to scale a few things back in my personal life starting tomorrow. And we will. So, but with that said, I think I'm doing nicely, and thankfully still in one piece, which is no small thing. Brett, it's great to see you. Hi, Big Davey, new friend. It's good to see Big Dog Davey. Well, it's good to see you, Brett. Give our shout out for a friend, Brettington, a shout out. Arcade Chris, I'm so glad Arcade Chris is here. Just a quick anecdote for Chris. I heard in the car. I was hearing a song in the car called "Story of My Life" from was it One Direction? Yeah, man.
Really?
Yeah, that's a great song, right? It's a great song.
Mm-hmm. Super good.
But now I can't hear that song without hearing the version that Chris sent to me, like told us about, with that which had like different people doing the voices and they were doing it. Oh my gosh, I can't unhear that anymore. I'm just like, the regular version comes on the stereo, but if you ever see that video of like people like some other people like with like dorkier voices doing that song, you're gonna laugh so hard. But
ooh, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. Are you a One Direction fan? Just out of interest?
I mean, I like some of their songs. I don't know if I know all of them, so yeah, they're good.
Yeah, I think that's a good assessment. I feel like I'd say they're good as well, But yeah. it is interesting how what a wide variety of music you do play on stream, and I think that's where I'd like to start. I mean, everybody's got their story, right? And I think the neatest thing about what you do is that you're probably one of the more flexible piano streamers I know. It seems like is it true that when you do streams, you basically will just take pretty much any kind of song that someone suggests and try to learn it on the fly if it's not already on your song list?
Occasionally, like some nights I'm pretty flexible. Some nights we kind of just stick to songs on the song list, and then other nights we'll do like open requests where I'll take live learns. Of most songs, except I tell people like no jazz and no classical, because that's too hard for me to learn by ear.
Oh, that would be a lot. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I try.
Oh no, I mean it's tremendous stuff, and I guess my follow up to that is: do some songs come easier to you than others? Like, what kinds of songs do you pick up like really well, and which ones take a little bit more work when it comes to live learning?
I would say like EDM and top 40. Those are the genres I usually am used to playing. So I'm very familiar with like the structure of the song for the most part.
Yep.
So those are pretty quick.
Nice.
But still depends.
Oh, of course. No, understandable. When you talk and just as a fan, like, what are your favorite types? Is that also your favorite types of music to listen to, or do you have particular leanings within that genre?
I mean, I know there's so many different like subgenres of EDM. I don't even know if I know all of them, but I mean, I would say that that is mostly what I listen to. A lot of like popular songs, and then a lot of EDM stuff that's kind of more melodic, but then some of the like harder dubstep stuff. So kind of depends on my mood.
Oh, right on. Yeah. Gallinori and Sabris is some good. Illenium and Alan Walker are a plenty.
Yeah. Yes. Do you listen to that?
I was just going to make the point that Alan Walker is the convergence of both genres together. Like, he's very much a top 40 artist, but it's also much in the realm of EDM for sure. Faded is like a great song. I love that song. That's a great song. Um,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like EDM has become like kind of crossing over more so into
yeah,
like the pop genre. So yeah.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Um, what was the song that Britney Spears did a while ago? Like, "Wake Me Up When the World Ends" or something like that. Like, what was that one called? I'm trying to remember what
Oh
that was.
no. Oh, I'm so bad at remembering song
Yeah.
names.
If anyone
Like
in
if
the
I hear it, I'll probably recognize it. But
well, it something goes like, when you take the floor. Da, 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 da.
oh,
I feel like
I
that's
know
EDM
which one you're
too.
talking about. Oh no, what's it called? I feel like I have to Google this.
Okay, 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 okay.
Anyone know it?
If anyone else knows, let me know. Rothgar, it's great to see you again as well. Welcome in. Um, but yeah, no, it's kind of interesting. So you get into the dance groups. This is wild stuff. Like, um, do you check out? I mean, what other kinds of EDM do you get into? Like, do you watching it in person? Is I naturally would ask, like, do you get into EDM festivals? Do you check out shows? Like, do you see stuff in town? Over in Seattle, right?
Yeah, I'm in Seattle. I feel like people ask me that a lot if I go to a lot of shows or raves or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't too often. I don't know. I mean, I like going when I do go, and I don't know, it feels very like energetic and fun. But at the same time, some of the shows are like too pricey
Oh, that's
and
fair. Yeah.
too crowded. And I don't know. I like dancing at the shows, but I don't really enjoy if it's like so crowded that you can't even move, you know?
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, it does get really
Yeah.
crowded. I mean,
So occasionally,
yeah.
occasionally I'll go to a show, but not like a huge festival.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I totally understand that because I mean, it's a good thing too that it's that popular that it can have like really crowded events. Makes sense. But you mentioned a couple of these artists. Like, who are some of your other favorites in that area of music?
Ooh, oh man. So yeah, Alan Walker, Elenium, Slander,
Mm-hmm.
Slander, and ooh, dang, I always forget off the top of my head. Um, there's so many. I feel like if my viewers are in the chat, they would be able to help me out with this. What do I play, guys?
Yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
regards, Doug. Welcome in. It's nice to meet you. Welcome in. Hi, thanks very much for joining us tonight. Mitis. And
Oh, Midas. Yeah.
Midas. Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, that's another one.
I dig it.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Griffin.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of them do kind of cross over kind of more into the pop
Yeah.
genre a little bit.
Duck says hi. I just tuned in. How's it going? Pretty good. Pretty good. I bet we're just doing a very I'm doing just chilling and it's also been really cool to talk to you for the first time. Actually, this is kind of neat. Like as I always say, like one of my favorite things about doing the show is I get to chat in real time with people who I see all the time on Twitch, which is kind of neat. Like, now your EDM vibe actually works really well for your time slot. I mean, what was the backstory for when you decided like your time slot of streaming? Is it just is there a story to that, or is it just simply what works for your schedule?
Oh, basically what works with my schedule.
Okay.
I don't know. I think for so many years I didn't actually have a time slot because I was kind of thinking like I just want to get on, when I feel like getting on, and I was very flexible for years with my schedule. But
Mm-hmm.
I think probably since COVID up until now, I think I just chose Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and try to stick with it as best I can. But I mean, occasionally life gets busy and kind of have to bail on some of my streams. But yeah, so it's still pretty flexible, but I try to be there when I can.
Well, that's really cool, and it does seem evident to me that you've gotten to know some cool regulars on your channel. I mean, I see some of them are already in the chat. How would you describe the journey of getting to know the people who are a part of your community?
Ooh. I mean, Regards Duck, I saw him in the chat. Shout out to Regards Duck. Um, I mean, he's like the VIP. He's been there since I started. And actually before, because I used to post piano covers on YouTube years before I started doing streams on here. And so Regards Duck has been there for like, I don't even know, 12 years, 13 years. I don't know, long time. But yeah, I mean, there's other very loyal viewer friends as well that have stuck around for years too. And they just kind of like happened to stumble across my stream, or they heard about me through another streamer that rated in. So I'm very lucky. I have a lot of great friends that hang out in my stream.
Oh, that's really great. I mean, a dozen years is a really, really loyal run. So big time props to you, Regards Doug.
Yeah.
Let's see. Regards Doug says Hana has a song list that viewers can request songs from, which now has over 1,000 songs. That is pretty dang cool.
Yeah, always adding more.
Yep. Um, and when you have the song list that big, I can imagine it covers so many genres, so many different decades. Like, do you take pride in that variety? I mean, that's always interesting to note.
Ooh, I mean, if you look at the song list, a lot of it is going to be like the pop,
Oh, okay.
top 40
Mm-hmm.
from like, I don't know, from like early 2000s until now. I'm not much of like an older music person. But I mean, I take requests and
Oh, I
try to
gotcha.
go for those as well.
That's,
So yeah, I mean, there
yeah.
are other genres too, like country
Uh huh.
and other things too, like songs from the 80s.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I'm trying to get better about adding in a little bit more of a variety, but I think the main thing that's important to me around my song list is to really just put songs on there that I enjoy and want to
Oh.
play again.
Oh. 100%. And actually, you might be in a better position here where you have the freshest music, whereas it might be more of a challenge for someone who's kind of built up on older music to kind of get into fresher music.
Yeah.
keeps
Oh.
keeps the vibe like fresh, I think, because new top 40 stuff is coming out all the time, and seems
Mhm.
like the vibe seems like things are still going in a pretty energetic direction, you know. Like you can talk about like some of the newer artists that are out there. Like I think you've already touched on some of them though, so I won't repeat that question. But it's kind of a neat thing to see that you've got a beat on like the pulse of like today's music, and I mean that puts you in an advantage for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I just kind of find whatever is like popping up on YouTube
Oh yeah.
or Spotify. Like it just kind of recommends, like, oh, if you like this song, try this song.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have quite a few like regular viewer friends that always share really good music with me because they know and understand my style. So they're always sharing more EDM and more pop music that I hadn't heard of before. So
Mm-hmm.
they get me.
No, it's cool. It's super cool. Like and hearing it in the acoustic fashion you would play it in with the piano is also pretty neat. But I know you also have Ableton, which lets you experiment with different types of sounds. I mean, how how do you enjoy like using the different types of instruments that are available on the Ableton Live system?
Ooh, it gets overwhelming. I'm still really new actually to
Oh,
the
okay.
Ableton stuff. I my viewers helped me um, be able to get the equipment that I needed and the launch pad and stuff for Ableton. Um, and when you get like any equipment, it comes with Ableton Lite, which is just the most basic version. But even
Hmm.
at the most basic version, there's so many options already. Like
Yep.
somebody that just wants to get into Ableton and try it out for a little bit would definitely be fine with just Ableton Lite. But then we also like I had a donation goal and people helped me raise money to be able to get the Ableton Suite version, which is like the highest version of Ableton now. So when I say it's overwhelming, it's extremely overwhelming because it has endless choices, like so many different instruments. I don't know. I'm still exploring a lot of it, but it's been really fun learning and figuring it out and trying to kind of produce my own music. So that's still very new.
Oh, that's exciting. That is exciting. Yeah. That's always a lot of fun. I mean, and good to yeah. I mean, it's kind of an interesting journey. I mean, I'm a little familiar. I'm familiar with that too because I've dabbled with Ableton Live, and I agree. It's actually already got a lot of cool features. Even just the light version does. Pretty good.
Yeah. Ooh,
Absolutely.
can I ask you? I know you're interviewing me, but I feel bad not asking you anything. I was going to ask you, what kind of music do you listen to?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. First, let me say goodbye to Hrothgar Aurora. Thank you so much for hanging out. Long day of many meetings and catching up with me. Completely understand that, my friend. I'm off to bed. Have a great rest of the stream. Well, have a great rest, Hrothgar. Always good to have you here. Yeah, good question. So, yeah, I've been asked this question before. It's an interesting question. My lean is typically towards 80s and 90s music. So, and that's 80s and 90s music in a lot of genres, but it leans rock, but pop rock basically. So that can cover a lot of stuff. It can cover grunge. I can cover like ska, reggae. Um, uh, yeah, like pop, pop punk. It can cover rap. It can cover R&B. Like it's kind of where I've been for a lot of like that's how I grew. It's sort of what I grew up with, and then the 2000s, which kind of and then the 70s, and then like then 2010s, and then modern day music. So, but
Mm-hmm.
the bulk of it is kind of 80s and 90s stuff because I just love the chord progressions in those decades, and they're fun songs. Like there's definitely a lot of
Yeah.
songs that you kind of remember. They stand the test of time, and you kind of go from there. My other leanings, I would say, like I just mentioned it today when I was at Brookstone Bards, like another Twitch channel that does music. Our good friend Pete's over there. But I mentioned that I'm like one of very, very few people that get into both punk and prog rock, and usually people do one or the other because they're very different from one another, actually. But
Ooh.
um, so that's kind of where I'm in. So just kind of this little Venn diagram of 80s pop, 90s pop, and classic rock. It's kind of like got
Nice.
all that going on.
A good variety.
Would you consider that old person music? Well, I think that's a very subjective question, Chris. I don't know. Like, I mean, it doesn't feel old to me. It doesn't necessarily feel old to me, but maybe it is. You know, it's funny. It's just so interesting that even just the '90s, think of that as old music now. Hard for me to visualize, but you know, like I'm not that old. But hey, Flood, welcome in. Oh my goodness, Ryan, so good to see you. And Galler and Saber put it best. There's a good song in every genre. It's really true. Like every decade's got great music. Every one. Like it's been really fun. Um, but I do love getting to know streamers who keep it fresh. Like I think I know a number of streamers who are in your world, and it's pretty cool. Now, knowing that you're a fan of the last quarter century of music, where do big prominent artists like Beyonce and Taylor Swift and other really big Bruno Mars, for example, factor into what you like from the last 25 years?
Ooh. I mean, I have some songs by them. I mean, not, I don't know. I don't know if I have a ton,
Oh, I
but
got
I
you.
mean,
Okay.
like, because they've had some like obviously many popular hits. So I feel like I just kind of pick like a few of the most popular ones that most people would have heard like on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know if that's what you were asking. Or
No, absolutely, absolutely. Because I'm kind of wondering, like, within the boundary of pop music, where are you leaning? And you're probably more Calvin Harris than you would necessarily be Taylor Swift or Bruno Mars. See, that's fun too.
yeah, yeah.
Who were like some of the first artists you remember listening to as you were growing up? Like some of the first ones you really got into.
Mm, just off the top of my head, some 41.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, there we go. So pop punk
And then
too. Let's go. That's nice.
I feel like when I was like pretty young, it was just kind of like random songs from
Hmm.
a bunch of different people. Like I didn't just listen to everything by one person. I mean, Backstreet Boys back in the day,
There we go. Yeah.
great. Christina Aguilera. So, but then I'm thinking like in high school, in yeah, I guess like junior high and high school, I was in a like a screamo phase.
Oh, yeah, yeah. See, Jordy, you mentioned it. You're in a screamo. You're a screamo. You're a screamo.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I don't listen to it as much now, but whenever I hear a good screamo song or there's like some good EDM stuff that kind of
Hmm.
mixes that EDM style with screamo, I get very excited to hear that. So I still like it.
I didn't know they could mix. That is so interesting. I guess they can, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slander would be a
Ah.
good artist example that kind of
Okay.
encompasses both in certain songs.
So if you're into emo, like, do you get in? Are you? Are some of the big ones like My Chemical Romance on your playlists?
Ooh. I don't know if I have a ton of like emo fans on
Oh,
my
okay.
list. I don't know. I feel like I should have more.
Oh, right on.
So
Yeah, yeah.
definitely need to work on adding more of those. But I mean, like some of the basically only screamo music, like August Burns Red used to be my favorite
Ah,
screamo band.
yeah, yeah.
I would not be able to play their music on piano. It would be too hard.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, getting EDM on piano is in and of itself pretty impressive. I hear from Gallinori and Saber that you were a DJ back in the day.
I was, yeah, in college.
Okay.
I was dabbling with DJ stuff and um yeah, I don't know how much you want me to share about it, but I mean it was like five, four, 4 or 5 years maybe of
Oh,
doing
wow. It's a good run.
performing
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that. Yeah. So I started in college or kind of more toward like the end of my college experience. Didn't even know I wanted to get into DJing. I just wanted to learn how to produce music. So I joined the Music Producers Club on campus. And I was the only girl in the club. And we were going to have a showcase after like a month or two of meeting in the club. And they decided, like, okay, everybody is going to make a song and you're going to perform it and like do a whole DJ set of your song and other songs at the showcase. So suddenly I was kind of thrown into, wait, what? Now I'm going to learn how to DJ and perform this. So it was a lot of fun. There's a bunch of people that showed up there and
Wow.
um, really got into DJing after that and continued to play shows around the college town that I lived in
Yeah, yeah.
and even got to basically be like a host. I was kind of running these once a month electro nights that we would have at one of the nightclubs there.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
it was fun. I got to just kind of organize like the lineup of other DJs that were going to join for that month with me. And we did that for like 2 years
mhm.
at that club. So,
I'm
yeah.
that, that's remarkable how quickly you acclimated to DJing. Like that's really like you started doing a class and then they just suddenly threw you into a big what is it? Presentation, exposition, like what would you call that? Big
Showcase, I
showcase. Yeah,
guess.
yeah. Showcase. Amazing, amazing. And then
Yeah.
like what months later you were doing gigs at like nightclubs and stuff? Like that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
So it was fun. And then I did a couple shows in
Hmm.
Seattle when I like moved away from, or kind of moved back closer to home. And yeah, did a couple shows there, but then that's kind of when I was starting to get into my career and haven't really DJ'd since, which I'm still a little bummed about. It's been like 8 years since I've really made any mixes or anything. So I kind of miss it.
I gotcha. Well,
Yeah.
maybe as time as spare time finds you, that can come back. But sounds like a
Yeah.
great, but cool experiences nonetheless. And it's fun to look back on. Jordy
Mhm.
says, check out Hana's SoundCloud site. She has a good song called Bronchitis.
Oh man. Yeah, that was the song that I made for the showcase and performed for my first show.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, Chris is
Yeah.
right. A lot of DJs on Twitch, just saying. Absolutely. That could be, I'm not, that's no lie. Like, we have a really good DJ scene on Twitch, Hana. Like, if not, like, adding DJ shows, it does seem like there's a venue to do an alt channel that lets you do some DJing on stream.
Yeah, true, true. But I mean, I'd have to like really get back into relearning how to do it and practicing and updating my song list because yeah, I haven't gotten any more new music for any mixes in
Oh, that's
eight
true.
years.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
That's true. That's true.
but that would be fun. I've thought about it before. I just would need more practice because the DJs here on Twitch are amazing and they have a lot better of a setup. Like I still had probably what's considered kind of more of a basic
Mm-hmm.
mixer that I would use.
Okay.
So, yeah, not quite sure, but maybe one day.
Well, yeah, you never know. You never know. I want to say hello to Pinball Sorcerer, by the way. Welcome in, Pinball. It's great to see you. Shout out to our friend Pinball Sorcerer. And how about our friend Bruiser? Bruiser, so good to see you. One of our great audio tech gurus on this platform from the Twitch community. Great to see you again, Bruiser. E-Flat says, oh, Bruiser also says very few sandwich eating streams on Twitch. It's funny you mentioned that. I think it's that time again that we're reintroduced to you all to the one of our staples of this program. It's called the there you go, sandwich of the week. All right, so let me show you what I've got for sandwich of the week this week, and Hana has one too, but I'll just quickly show you what I've got here. This is a club sandwich. This is the now at our local deli they call this the Beverly Hills Club. What's the distinction? It has avocado in it, so it's a what is it, BLTA, I guess? Bacon, lettuce, tomato, turkey, and avocado. The avocado's in there somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah, this is if you tilt it like this, it's like the tallest sandwich you'll ever see.
Yeah, that's a thick sandwich.
Bolt. Yep. Got it, King. Hana, I know you have you had, or at least you had most of a sandwich, but you might have some of it left over.
Oh my gosh. It's a little cold now, but it doesn't look anything anywhere near as good as here's my grilled cheese.
It looks good to me. I like grilled cheese. It looks very great crust.
Little burnt, but I was planning on getting a sandwich from Subway, but I didn't have time because I like had work right before we were gonna go on at 6. So I like rushed home and I made this great grilled cheese in like 10 minutes and ate half of it, and now the other half is cold. So
it's all completely fine.
good.
The chat loves it. The chat loves your grilled cheese. Like,
Yeah.
you have many votes of support for the grilled cheese in the chat. Like, I love it. I love it. You can never go wrong with a grilled cheese. Who said that? I think that was that was E-Flat. That E-Flat guy. And yeah, follow our friend that E-Flat guy. He's awesome. Great piano streamer as well. The check is in the mail. Gang's a huge proponent of grilled cheese. He is.
And it has like Kraft cheese, that like rubbery fake looking cheese.
Now,
So we've got that in there, and I was going to add some bacon, but I didn't have time to get that fancy. So
Oh, no problem. No problem. Like, enjoy the remainder of your sandwich.
thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. It definitely we all gave it a vote of confidence for sure.
Woohoo!
Um,
Wait, so do you eat your sandwich on stream or do you just show it and then you eat it later?
Normally I eat it on stream, but I'm kind of in a weird position where I can't really be. I'm not the hungriest at the moment, so I will do this. I'll compromise. I will have a tiny bite of it today.
We could do like a cheers.
Oh, we can do
Oh,
cheers. We'll go over here for that though. Okay.
oh
Cheers.
wait, do I go? Wait.
Yeah, that way. Yeah, yep. Cheers.
Cheers.
You give it a blat between a grilled cheese. You sure can put a BLAT between a grilled cheese. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That would be some. That would be some merger. I'll tell you. That'd be some merger. Oh, let me go over here. I'll take my bite just to fulfill my contractual agreement to eat a sandwich on stream.
Mm-hmm. Whoa, that's
I'm gonna tell
that
you.
crisp sound.
I had a little bit of this earlier in the day. I would not have said that other than just because to explain that why I wasn't eating it right now. But this is a very, very, and I'll show it to you this way. It's a very good sandwich. Like,
Wow. Dang.
I mean, it takes it to the limit vertically. Like, it's so dull. But a phenomenal choice for a sandwich, folks. Highly recommended.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much for having a sandwich with us, Hannah. I appreciate it. It was always a lot of fun to do. King is redeemed. Hydrate. I think I shall indeed.
Ooh, hydrate. Woo-hoo.
So yeah. So I gotta be a little bit. I can't be as high energy as I normally am. Although I guess I'm still pretty high energy to be fair. But we can give you all the energy now. Because Hannah, it is a very exciting part of our show. This is when we give the chat a chance to ask you questions. So they probably already do. They ask you questions normally on stream usually?
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this will open the floor for them to ask even more questions and thank you for the Hydrate Redeem King in what we call America's favorite moment in Twitch broadcasting.
Do the dance. It's time for random questions. Good stuff. Ask us anything.
And we will do so tonight of our friend. I gotta make sure this. Yeah, I gotta change that. I think I needed to change something, and I definitely do. So just give me a second here while I switch this back to the right spot. But
your setup is so fancy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I love setting up all these scenes for the show. And everybody in our chat, the way you ask a question of Hannah tonight is by using the exclamation point question command, and with it include the question you want to ask, and we'll answer them in order as we get them in the queue. So, thank you very much for your contributions tonight, everybody. Let's see what we got. First, I'm going to ask you the. Oh, there. Yeah, I think Aoife actually asked it already. So we're going to ask you the question. It's called The Question. And the question is, courtesy of our friend E-Flat, what's your favorite breakfast food? Pancakes, waffles, French toast, or crepes?
I would definitely say pancakes. I feel like I've been in a huge pancake kick lately. Like, I don't know. I've just been making pancakes a lot. So that's definitely the best choice.
I love it a lot. I'm team pancakes too, and so is our friend Ryan, aka that E-Flat guy. We fully endorse your answer. Welcome to our club, and please have a seat at a comfortable plush chair. You will enjoy these pancakes. Yeah, let's go. I love it too. We need not.
Ooh, especially, have you had IHOP's pancakes?
Yeah. They're very fun. They're extra soft, and they go great with that They go great with that syrup, and they have different types of syrup too. You know.
Yeah, the butter pecan syrup,
Mm-hmm.
really
Mm-hmm.
good.
Yes. And then yeah, that you have the blueberry syrup, you have the strawberry syrup, you have the classic.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know if I've tried those.
if you, I think try the strawberry. It'll rock your
Oh,
world. I think it's really good. I think it's really good. But the butter
sounds
pecan is good
good.
too. Yeah. Yeah. Um, did you end up having it on National Pancake Day a few weeks ago?
No, I always forget when it is. I remember doing that a lot in college. Like that was a big deal in college. Everybody would go to IHOP for that, but I always forget now, like when it is.
No, no.
So sounds like I missed it.
I missed it too. I missed it too. I was
Ah,
kicking myself like, could have had free pancakes. Would have been great. Oh well.
is it always on a certain date every year?
I believe they do it on National Pancake Day, which happens to be Mardi Gras. So Mardi Gras is the day usually
Mm,
when they do it.
okay.
So yeah. So now as long as you can
Okay.
remember that it's on a Tuesday, so that much you can. At least you know it's on a Tuesday sometime in February. Um,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Thank you so much for your question, Ryan. Let's continue our queue. And anybody else that wants to add to the queue, feel free. Just use exclamation point question followed by the question itself. Jordy12 has the next question. The question is, what inspires you in life, and what have you? Wait, what have you learned from him? Oh,
Oh, who?
who inspires you?
Maybe?
Okay, who inspires you in life, and what have you learned from him or her?
Oh man, Jordy, going with the deep question.
Oh yeah.
um, ooh, dang. We were joking around on my stream about how like it's hard for me to think of answers on the spot for deep questions. Um, but I mean, who inspires me? I feel like so many people inspire me. Like I feel like everybody, this sounds cheesy, but I mean, I feel like there's something inspiring about everybody. Like my parents and I mean, if it wasn't for my parents putting me in piano lessons, um, and helping to support me with so many things along the way, probably wouldn't be able to be streaming my piano skills. Um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I can think of like how so many people are inspirational. My husband is inspirational. He is really hardworking, and I always try to be as great as him. My friends. So, yeah, so many people. Jordy is inspiring. He's always helping out and being kind to others. So, yeah, I feel like I could go on and on about each person I know.
I love this answer. I do concur. It's great that you have such a great support system with your family and your loved ones, and also the loved ones in your and all the people in your community who are also so supportive. Like it's great to see that.
Yeah. Good question, Jordy.
Yeah, thank you, Jordy. A great question. Um, Next question from that E flat guy who asks. Well, maybe actually before we get to E flat's question, let's go to Galanorian Saber. I love your name, by the way. And thanks for contributing your first random question to our channel. Here's a question. Galanorian Saber asks, when did your love of key changes begin?
Oh my god. All right, Saber. So people that often watch my streams and watch me do live learns of songs will know that I don't like key changes. Um, yeah, every time there's a song I have to learn that has key change, I'm always like, there's that key change again. I try to avoid it as much as possible. Just because it's frustrating to learn like the first part of the song, and then suddenly when you're used to these chords, to have it all change, you know? So I wouldn't say I have a love of key changes, but I try my best to approach them.
That's very much in the tradition of Twitch chat, I must say. So well played, Galanori and Saber. And you're a trooper going through all those key changes, Hana. That's very sporty. Well, that's very noble of you to do. So, all right. Well, thank you for your question. Let's go to E flat. Next question. When do you listen to music? Is it part of your routine or while you're doing a particular activity? Hey, Prestige.
Good questions. I mean, I think just like when I'm in the car, often listening to music. And I don't know, just kind of if I have any time, like cleaning the house, that's a good time to put on some music and possibly discover some new songs and save them for the next time I do a live learn stream. So I don't know. I think I just kind of enjoy to listen to music whenever there's a chance to. Like if I have to work on something that takes a lot of focus, then I'll put on kind of more like chill step music. But yeah, it kind of depends. I guess the type of song that I want to put on and play and listen to depends on my mood in that moment and what I'm doing.
No, I can vibe with that. I can vibe with that. That's pretty cool that you've found different ways to enjoy music, and it is true. Like it is true what they say. Like I think your mood can often impart what kind of music you do listen to at a given moment. So it's pretty good to see that variety in your life too. So, what activities do you do? This is a good follow up. That lend themselves the best to music or listen to music.
God. Oh, this is a hard question. Wait, what activities do I do that lend themselves to music?
Well, like where do you have where do you feel like music fits in the best? Like for example, is it when you're making coffee? Is it when you're exercising? You know, things like that. Or
is that kind of like similar to the last question? That is like when do you listen?
I guess that is basically the same question. You're good. That's a good point. So
am I missing the point of the question?
No,
Wait,
I think
I feel like it's a different one, right?
No, it's basically like which of those activities do you enjoy the most listening? But it's kind of like the answer is all of them. I think that's kind of it, right? Like so maybe there is no specific one that really lends itself better than others. They all seem to lend themselves great to music. If
we didn't understand your question, feel free to clarify.
Well, that was my question. So So Ephraim's question was fairly straightforward. When do you listen to music? And you mentioned a lot of cool activities that really go with that. And so, and you mentioned it's part of your routine, which is also pretty cool. So, I think that's a pretty good answer, and we'll just kind of we can leave it at that. I'm sorry to make that more confusing. My bad. But I do have an actual question to ask after Jordy's question. E-Flat says, yeah, I can't actually find music chill enough when I need to be focused on a task, so I just go silent.
No, you gotta go to YouTube and type in chill step. That genre is very relaxing. Sometimes you can get chill step songs without any words at all, because I know like when I'm working on something where I need to focus or read something, I'll just put on that type of music that doesn't have any singing going on, because the singing can be kind of distracting.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, for me, if I do need to focus on something, instrumental is always the superior choice for me personally, for the same reason. Because like it's easier to focus. Like for example, if you need to like read a book, I think classic or like instrumental music is really, really good for that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, Hannah. And Eva just says regarding the next question, boy, we're asking all the hot button questions. You're right. Here it is. What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Ooh, that's an important question. Ice cream flavor. Well, I would say Rocky Road is really good. but I feel like I can't just pick one.
You can give us a.
um,
I will take another one. Glad to.
like if I had to pick a Ben and Jerry's ice cream, that would be Ben and Jerry's half baked, where it's got like, I think it's got like brownie and a little bit of cookie dough mixed in with some vanilla and chocolate. So that's a good one too. And if you go to Dairy Queen, got to get the Oreo Blizzard. So I definitely have my favorites, like depending on where I go.
Oh man, great choices. I got to give you a lot of props for all these good choices. Yeah, yeah. E-Flats is solid ice cream flavors. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We're in agreement
Can't
here.
go wrong with chocolate. You got to have some kind of chocolate in there.
No argument for me. I love chocolate and ice cream. Or see, even chocolate in ice cream, like chocolate ribbons or chocolate swirls or pieces of chocolate chips. Like
Yeah.
they
Oh,
all work.
wow.
Yeah.
So many kinds. Or have you had like mochi ice cream?
I think I've had it once or twice. Very, very inventive texture, I must say.
That's a nice way to put it.
So yeah, to answer your question, yeah.
Yeah, mochi ice cream's pretty good too.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Galanorian Saber says cookie dough is my favorite, and that's I fully understand that. There's a lot to love there. It's a good one. Let's see. Yeah, cookies, blizzards, and so on. Regards Texas, I'm interpreting the earlier question is there a specific time you want silence, and is there a time you think having some music playing fits well? For me personally, I like listening to music while cooking, but need silence when waking up.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of times where I don't listen to music when I'm working, only because I'm like so focused on the task that I'm doing. But I mean, I don't know. Occasionally I'll do the work in silence. And then other times I'm like, no, I need some good instrumental chill step music in the background. But I mean, I don't know. I guess obviously, like if I'm not feeling well or have a headache or something, I'm not in the mood to listen to music.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I would say it's always nice to have something on in the background.
That's nice. I mean, it's nice that music can fit into so much of your life. Like that's a very positive thing overall. I mean, they always say music is great for your mental health in general. Listening to it, playing it, singing it, it's huge. It's really.
I don't know if some people know that in here, but I was a teacher for 8 years, and I mean, currently taking a break on that. But yeah, I always wanted to incorporate that into the classroom, like my love of music into the classroom. So I was always talking about my piano playing with the kids, and we would have like brain breaks where like if the kids are sitting on the carpet too long after a lesson, we would take a few minutes to turn on a song or like some kind of dance video. So it was always really important to me to kind of build in some music aspects into the school day for the kids.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's an awesome way to it's awesome for kids because they often say that music does so much to help a child's development in their first 5 years, and I imagine that continues into the next 5 years too. So, very very cool thing you do there. You have done during teaching. Galanorian Saber says, I listen to a lot of music when writing, but I have silence when I read. Yeah, I understand. Okay. Yeah, understandable. And our Saber friend also has this question: what is the best advice you were ever given?
Oh man, deep question. The best advice? Oh no. I mean, I'm sure there's been plenty of great advice that I can't think of off the top of my head, but I guess maybe I'll just reference this plaque that's hanging over here. My father-in-law gave this to me because I typically tend to like over worry about things. That's like something that I'm kind of trying to work on. But it says worry is the misuse of your imagination, which I hadn't heard that quote before, but he ended up giving that to me because he's like, oh, this would be perfect for Hannah. So I feel like that's good advice. That's something I hung up there intentionally to glance at when I need to remember that.
Yeah, what a great line, right? And Pinball says, "Ooh, I like that quote." Yeah, and Saber also agrees. That's a great quote. That is a great quote. Really cool
Yeah.
quote. Yeah, it's inevitable when you get a quote that good, it's gonna stick with you throughout the rest of your life. You know, so like that's pretty well said. Well said. Thank you, Saber, for your question. Very nice of you to chime in. Let me throw a question of my own, and here it is. What inspired your Twitch handle?
I mean, a lot of people come into my streams for the first time and they're like, "Oh, are you a big Han Solo fan or Star Wars fan?" Um, it has nothing to do with that. So sorry to disappoint. But Han Solo was my DJ name when I was doing that in college.
Ooh, okay.
And I just chose that because my friends would just occasionally call me that since my name is Hannah,
Mm-hmm.
Han Solo. So that's kind of where it came from. Nothing too deep. um, and yeah, I don't know. I just 13 is my favorite number. um, and then 90, where do you guys think 90 came from?
I don't want to get too personal. I'm just thinking, mine would if you were into P90X. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly. How'd you know?
I'm assuming that has something to do with your birth year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right
giving away my age here. Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to get too deep. I didn't want to get too deep. I didn't. But it's.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Han Solo, like I remember when I first signed up for Twitch, I couldn't just do Han Solo. Like I think it wouldn't let me do that. So I literally thought like, okay, I'm just gonna like throw in some meaningful numbers here.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm kind of embarrassed because I'm noticing like as the years go on, I feel like I'm like one of the only streamers that has numbers at the end of their username.
I see some people with numbers though. It's all right. I mean, like we have, for example, like we just had someone on stream the other day. His name is Bad B7, so there's a 7. There's 7 in that one,
Okay.
and I know that one of the great mods on Twitch is called Pencils 45. So that has a number.
Okay, good. Phew.
And one of my good friends on Twitch is Special K 0455, so that's another one. And so yeah, there's still plenty of numbers on Twitch, I think.
Oh, good. I'm not the only one.
Yeah, that's a great.
Like,
yeah, two really good choices. Pinball says Lara 6683. She's like a huge streamer.
oh,
Huge
okay.
VGM, like, yeah. And of course our friend Jamie 88888, of course, our mod here. Jamie. Yeah, Pinball says you're in good company, Hannah. Absolutely.
When I've done like charity streams in the past, they would like, put out a poster or put out kind of a post on Instagram with everybody's usernames, and I'm often the only one on that with numbers.
I see.
That makes me feel better. I'm not the only one out there.
Oh
that
yeah.
has those.
As a matter of fact, someone in your community also has a number, Jordy 12.
True.
So, indeed. Really great examples, everybody. Well done. Let's move to our friend, that E-flat guy. We've only got about 5 minutes left. And then we're gonna segue over. We'll hang out here for a little bit longer, and then we'll segue over to Hannah's channel. We'll raid out over to there, which is great. If you've not met Hannah before, use !guest, get to know our friend, and follow our friend's channel. because it's a great vibe. As we talked about, like it is really really cozy for the late night, and the combination of piano and EDM and pop, and it is very vibey. Like it's really kind of neat to just like you had a you have a full day, you come back and you get to hang out with Han Solo. It's a really fun way to end a day for me anyway. So a cool identity, yeah. Let's see. But before I get to the question, but really quickly, do you have a quick preview as to what you'll be doing tonight? Like any specifics?
Oh, I mean, usually usually we kind of stick to doing like either it depends on the night. Some nights where I kind of just feel like I just kind of want to do my own thing. Sometimes I'll just play music of my own choice, but I tried to open up the song list from time to time to let other people also choose. So we'll probably just do that, and then we save live learns typically for like a Saturday night where I can stay on longer.
Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
yeah, if you guys stop by, come pick a song from my list.
Very nicely done. Yeah, there's a link to hansolo1390 in the chat. Yeah, you definitely give our friend a follow if you've not already, and prepare for vibes. It's gonna be fun. Like it'll be a nice cozy spot for sure. So let's get back to the questions. Here is our next question from that E flat guy. What grades did you teach, and what was your favorite subject area to teach?
Ooh, I mean, I was an elementary classroom teacher, so you pretty much teach all the subjects, which can get stressful, but I have really enjoyed teaching reading, especially in the past couple years. I've been like doing a lot more trainings and stuff to kind of learn how to teach reading better and most effectively. So I've been really into that, and the grade levels that I've worked with are first grade for a few years, then I did second grade for maybe like 4 years, and then last year when I was in the classroom, I was doing a second, third grade split. So I usually like to stay between those grade levels, like the primary grades.
Well, yeah, that's definitely a really I can feel. I've heard that before. It seems like it's a really like children are really eager to learn. It's a good age. Like I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
it's charming, isn't it? In a lot of ways. I mean, I'm
Mhm.
not having experienced it firsthand. I mean, I've seen the
Mhm.
anecdotes, and I can certainly know what it was like to be a student when I was in the second and third grade. So it's
Yeah.
it's a special time. I like it. Um, Now, E flat says, my mom was a first grade teacher for decades, and she also loved teaching and reading. My sister and I learned to read before we started kindergarten.
Ooh, wow. Way to be prepared.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I can say that our friend E flat comes from a very, very smart family, like very keen people in the E flat family. Pretty cool. I will. Okay, so folks, let's do one last call for questions. Thank you for hanging out, and I really do appreciate all your questions on this abridged version of the Sandwich Show. We actually got quite a lot of mileage out of it, so thank you, everybody.
Oh.
Yeah, Jordy says your dog Benny has a great teacher. I like it.
Well, he's a great student.
Ah, I like it. So Jordy, one more question from Jordy12. The question is, what is your go-to karaoke song?
Woo, good question. I'm always talking about karaoke, even though I don't typically sing on my stream. But when I go to karaoke nights, mm, Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one. And, ooh, oh no, I'm forgetting it. Let's see. Close. Is it called Close? No, Too Close by Alex Clare is another one. Not sure if I've mentioned that one too much on my stream.
That's a bop. It's a good song.
Yeah, there's quite a few go-tos. Um, so kind of depends on the night. If I'm feeling like more nervous than other nights, I'll kind of just pick one of those that I know I can do. And then occasionally I'll feel brave enough to try another one or a newer one. So
What's
yeah.
a song that you do in karaoke that really makes you test, that really pushes you to the limit? You know, for example, like if you were doing a Bon Jovi song or something like
Ooh,
that.
well, I mean, I did Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus
Oh
um,
my-
last week when
that
I
would
went to
do it.
karaoke.
How'd it
Um,
go?
I
Was it
Well, I feel like it went pretty
okay?
well. I mean, not sure if I would agree if I like recorded myself and then heard it back later.
Oh, I
I don't
got
know.
you.
I feel like it went well, but I feel like the verses are pretty easy for me to sing, but then it's like the chorus part. I don't know. I felt like after I sang it, my
Yeah.
throat hurt so bad. So I felt like I was probably not singing it correctly and I was probably more like shouting it.
Well, I
So,
mean, it's not an easy thing to do, you know, honestly. Like I think I imagine you did it very well. I imagine you did very well for yourself. Without having heard it, I can feel pretty good about that. Um by the way, Pinball says, well, I see that's an interesting you mentioned that. You mentioned you don't sing on streams. Like we can change that. What I mean by that is that we host karaoke shows on Twitch here on the Sandwich Show. So you know, if you've ever wanted to join us for that, we would love to
I've
have you.
seen it. I've seen you guys doing
Oh yeah.
that. Yeah, it looks like fun.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So just let us know if your mood ever strikes you. We would definitely have a lot of fun, and we definitely would endorse Fall Out Boy. Oh, we'd be all about that.
Ooh,
That's a great band. Yeah, and
okay.
yep, we've had E flat on, we've had Pinball on. It's it is a lot of fun. Everybody goes for it. It's really cool.
Is it easy to like sing all together at the same time, or is it kind of like delayed
Oh no,
over?
it's all sorts of delays, sound bouncing all over the place when we do group songs. But individually, it always sounds pretty good. So if anyone's doing a single song like on their own, that always sounds good. That always sounds good. Like it comes off great. Um, yeah, Rahoma says it's a disaster. We love it. It's true. It's
Wow.
genuinely true. Like so much fun. Um,
Oh, that does sound like fun. You guys are so brave. So brave for doing
I
that.
I concur that statement. You all are very very brave to do these shows, and I'm so proud of all of you for all the cool things you've done on stream. Pinball says has made the mistake of feeling brave enough to sing Journey too many times.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh! But Pinball pulls it off. I swear. Pinball's an icon. Like it's really great. So is E flat for that matter.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll have to tune in next time when they're singing their karaoke songs. I want
Oh
to hear that.
yes, yeah. We'll let you know. We'll let you know. I mean, I'll be glad to
Yeah.
pick. Yeah, it's so much fun. Even just watching it is fun, and I tend to watch a lot of it. You know, I do some songs too, but like it's just great to just have a party, and it's like you were kind of saying it. Like one of the best things about karaoke is that it is a party. Like people are not taking each other that seriously, and it's sort of an event of the moment, you know, like, you know, I mean, obviously in our case we record it, but most of the time you're doing karaoke and it's happening and we did it and we enjoy it and we know it's not like it's going to be on national television or anything, you know, so it's always, it's just fun to vibe. Like it's really cool.
Yeah, I'm still building up the courage.
Oh, I
Everybody
understand.
in my stream keeps asking me to sing more while I play piano.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't do that too often, even though I love singing like at a karaoke night at a bar. But I don't know, it's a little different singing online by myself. So I don't know. Occasionally I'll sing like if I have a friend
Okay.
come over in person and we'll like collab together.
Well,
But
much like these IRL karaoke nights, that is the magic of doing our shows on stream too, because I feel like the support group we have together encourages each other to have the confidence to sing songs, and it's been really magical too. So I love all the comments in chat. Let's catch up on chat for a second here. Get Hannah to join. She needs to get out of her shell more. Just kidding. I mean, kind of kidding. I mean, I do. And then E-Flat follows up. Was that intended to be a turtle pun? That's great. But yeah, the Pinball says, yeah, I'm with Davey here. Karaoke's all about having fun. I have so many memories of IRL karaoke. Yeah, 1000%.
How about Saber and Jordy? You guys can enjoy the collab stream or collab singing stream.
I think we got a deal. Jordy, Saber, the door is wide open for both of you friends. Like, please, you get first dibs on the next karaoke. I'm just saying. Like, I think we'd love to have you there. I think the world wants you there too. So,
I just threw him under the bus. So,
well, I mean, I feel like it's only fair in this case because they've definitely been really good about, giving you, a gentle ribbing on certain things like the key changes, for example. So, we're just goofing around anyway. So, I mean, if you do want to do it, we'd love to have you there, but obviously no pressure. If Hannah joins Shout Me In, oh wow, look at this. This.
Oh, Jordy's gonna do it.
Jordy's trying to put. All right, Jordy, I love this. Ooh. Stay tuned. Oh man, it's so much fun. Let's see. Pinball says 1000% encourages a Hannah and Sarah collab stream.
We have before.
Nice. That's good to know because I know that Sarah's also near you over in Seattle, so like that's really great.
Yeah, so I'll sing when she's here with me because it doesn't feel like I'm doing it by myself. So
yeah. King, can we give a shout out to Sarah Mahoney Music? As another good friend of ours here in this community, and whenever I can pop in over there, that's always a good time as well. So,
she's great.
Yeah. How did you both meet? Like, I mean, I obviously on Twitch. Yeah, the answer is on Twitch. But I mean, but do you remember the first time you both met each other in person?
I feel like it was like a year or two ago.
Okay.
I mean, I think we were just kind of like talking over Twitch for a little bit when one of us was streaming. And then I want to say maybe I might have invited her to this outdoor piano. Sometimes in the summers around here, they put these like very artsy decorated pianos kind of around the city, and anybody can go up and play them. So I feel like that might have been our first time actually meeting in person, is when I invited her to go, and we went and got some food beforehand and then did a stream at the outdoor piano.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've done a couple. Well, we've done like one collab stream, I think, together over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple of the outdoor stream collabs together, and then have hung out more at karaoke nights and stuff. So, yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Pretty fun.
Yeah. And I concur with I mean, E-Flat says I want to visit Seattle again. Amazing city. I'm with you on that. Describe the vibe of living in Seattle. I mean, I've also got the privilege of checking out Seattle last 2 Septembers ago, so it was really fun.
Ooh. Well, sorry to disappoint, guys. I don't actually live in Seattle.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I mean, if you're nearby, it's perfect.
That's the easiest to say, honestly, is just like, oh, where are you from? Seattle. I don't drive into Seattle too much because it's just a lot of like one-way streets that get confusing, and there's so much traffic. I kind of avoid it. But I mean, like every time I go there for hang out with Sarah or go to a show or something, there's a lot of great places and restaurants and things to do down there. So yeah.
I
but
feel
I'm
that.
kind of more outside Seattle.
Seattle adjacent is very much valid. Very much valid. Like, Pinball says the same. And Kingdom Fall. Kingdom Fall, welcome. Nice to meet you, my friend. Seattle adjacent. Let's go.
Yay.
Yeah. Many great sandwiches, says Pinball. And I believe that when I was there, I saw some of them. It was a great spot for sandwiches. Yeah. Yep. E Flat says, yeah.
Wait, where do you live?
Well, see,
Where do you live?
this is almost the same thing. I always say to everybody I live in LA. No, actually, I actually do live in LA. I'm in Santa Monica, which is like right there. Like it's like maybe I would have to drive like maybe 3 miles to get into LA city limits at the most. So I'm pretty much in LA. So,
Okay. Yeah, you can say LA.
so I am right in the meat of it, everybody. So yeah, and very similar to what everyone's saying about Seattle. It can be gnarly with the traffic. It can be crazy. Not as many one-way streets though. Like, so I guess we got that going for us. But
Yeah.
I hear the traffic is just ridiculous in Seattle as well. Pinballs mentioned it.
They're always doing construction everywhere, so it's always a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's nice to go every once in a while. I'm just not a type of person that would like prefer to live in like a big city. So
Yeah. He just talks. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think I do put my location in one of my socials somewhere. I forget which one, but so I felt like I was doxxed from the jump anyway, so it's all good. Yeah. Pinball says I have more places to take you to. I'm in. Let's do it. Oh, I'd love to explore more of Seattle. I do want to go back. It just seems like a really great place. It seems like a really great place for music too. Like that's something I learned. In recent years. Although I guess I should have known that already because so many great artists and bands have come from Seattle. A lot. Going all the way to like Jimi Hendrix, Heart, right? And then, the entire grunge scene. And then just keeps going. Like there's so many cool people from Seattle.
yeah.
This isn't
Yeah, if you visit, let me know.
faux show. Oh yeah, no. I would absolutely do that, Hannah. I'm sorry I didn't meet you the first time when I was up there. I didn't realize that you were there at the time. Now I know. I will definitely be in touch with you.
Wait,
sure.
what were you up here for?
It was a couple of Septembers ago. It was for JevCon. Like it was the convention of Justin and Evelyn fans. So we were.
Oh, nice.
It was really fun. We had a good time. I met Pinball up there. Met E Flat up there in person. And obviously the Justin and Evelyn themselves, we met them, met Aaron. It's a really, really cool spot. Jordy says it's probably better than New York City traffic. I mean, honestly, they're all bad. It's just different flavors of bad, I think. It's kind of like, yeah. I think you're right, though, Jordy. I mean, New York is probably the worst, I got to think. Yeah.
Yeah, that would stress me out. Just like not being able to find a parking spot.
Yeah.
Stresses me out. Because like parking garages, I mean, there's some around, but like sometimes you have to pay a lot of money to park in a parking garage, or you have to find like a perfect parallel parking spot.
Yeah.
So yeah, stressful. I prefer
parallel.
outside.
You have to learn to like parallel parking quickly when you live in Seattle, don't you? It does seem that way. Yeah. Oh gosh, Eva, I do remember Sarah. So we met Sarah Mahoney during JevCon on our first night there, because she was partaking in the karaoke with us that night. It was really, and we didn't. It was completely unannounced. Like she didn't even mention it to anybody that she was going to be there. Like so, Sarah came over and we were like, "Whoa, Sarah, so nice to meet you," and so on and so forth. And good times.
Fun surprise.
Oh yeah. Have you met anybody else from Twitch? Anybody else from the Seattle area on Twitch? Because there's a lot of Twitch music up there now. Like I'm thinking like Irene Pena. I'm thinking of like Natalie Page, Emily McVicker, Paula Paddles. So many.
I met Emily actually at like Sarah's birthday party a couple months ago.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I need to collab more.
Oh, right on. Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, like, yeah. I don't know if you know Iris Kim.
I'm not sure if I know Iris Kim. I think that's someone I
Oh, you should
do.
check her out because
Yeah, you're right.
she
I
is
should.
a really great singer.
Ooh.
And we actually happened to meet in person when I think she was like a hostess at a restaurant, and my husband and I went out to eat one time, and she seated us and was like, "Are you Han Solo?" And I was like having a celebrity moment there. And
Nice. Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, and then I
Yeah.
found out like, oh, she's a Twitch streamer too, and now she's like huge. Um, she's like, yeah, making music and doing stuff over in Korea and here, so it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope you signed an autograph. Neon, by the way, really nice to meet you. Hello, Neon Chillwave. Nice to see you. I bet Davey gets recognized like that. I have on a couple of occasions, actually. Believe it or not. Yeah, often at Twitch, not out of the blue, to be fair. Like, but at Twitch events, I've been recognized. So that's actually kind of cool. So I think, yeah, for sure.
Nice.
I'm trying to catch up on chat. Oh, Juanita Cow, yeah, Juanita Cow and Mop Bucket, I think, are both from Seattle as well. Well, so
Oh, I did meet Juanita Cow again through Sarah
right
a
on.
couple times. So
Yeah, fun
yeah.
guy. Juanita Cow is cool. So. I miss who Hannah mentioned. Who did she meet? So, okay, so I would love to get the handle for this person, but Iris Kim sounds like a pretty solid, to say the least, music streamer. We want to give her a friend, give your friend a shout out too, because so that more of us can follow. So,
Yeah, let me see. Think this is how you spell it.
okay, let's try it.
Iris Kim. And she also does a lot of just like hanging out and chatting IRL stuff too when she's not using it.
Nice. I think it
So
worked. Okay, great. So yeah, there's a link. Everybody, give our friend Iris Kim a follow. Click that button.
yeah.
Let's get to know our Hannah's friend too. Oh, Necker, welcome in. It's good to see you. What do people say when they recognize you, Davey? Oi, it's Sandwich Lad. I guess I just say, oh, is that Davey's eating a sandwich? I'm like, yes, it is, and I am. Sometimes. Not
Can
all.
I ask, is that how you came up with your username? That you
Uh,
like really like eating sandwiches?
Pretty much, but it's actually was a running gag that my cousin Firelord Critch came up with many years ago, like over a dozen years ago. So we were at a family party and I'm eating a sandwich and he's just poking fun at me, like he's pointing at me, Davey's eating a sandwich, haha. And then my sisters just kept joining him. It was like a chant after I was like, Davey's eating a sandwich, Davey's eating a sandwich. Every time I had a sandwich, they just all like, I was like, and then they would be like, Davey's eating a sandwich. So they went make it a Facebook page called Davey's eating a sandwich. It's not there anymore, but every time I ate a sandwich, they took a picture of me and they put it on the Facebook page and just wrote
Oh,
Davey's eating a sandwich in big letters. So that's a so when I joined Discord. This was years before I joined Twitch. So like maybe late 2010s. And
okay.
I did it just to do games and stuff with my cousin and my sisters and everybody else. And then when I joined Twitch, I'm like, well, I need a handle for Twitch. I wanted to do something a little different, so I'm like, should I just use Davey eating a sandwich for that? And I'm like, well, it's goofy enough. People might get a kick out of it. So surely enough, it was. So yeah, that's my
Yeah.
story.
And it's so unique that you don't even have to throw on any numbers at the end.
I love that I have this lore fully committed to memory now. It's a great story. I'm happy for that. I'm happy. I'm also happy I have this lore committed to memory now too. It's good to have an answer to that question because it's always disappointing when like when you don't have a complete outline for how to explain your handle. But this one always had a pretty solid story, so I'm always proud of that origin story. So,
Nice.
yep. They trolled hard indeed, Kingdom. And by the way, good to see you again, Kingdom Fall. Nice to see you again. Ask her some hard questions. I want to see Han Solo sweating.
Oh, Neon, you missed a couple of the tough questions.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're gonna have to check out the VOD.
Um, Jordy says, "Have you ever gotten your name Davey mistaken for David?" Well, if that was the case, it's not a mistake because I go by 3 names. I go by David, which is my full name. I go by Davey, which is my family nickname, and I go by Dave too because like that's my name and that's my name at the workplace. So I actually have 3 names. So neither of them were wrong. None of them were wrong. So they all work. So, but
Nice.
I love this identity though. Like it's just been really fun to kind of establish a brand as the sandwich guy, and even believe it or not, we have other sandwich streamers on Twitch. We have that sandwich dude who's an amazing variety streamer. Like he's huge. No, I mean no, I don't mean like that. I mean he's huge. I mean he's a great following. That's what I'm trying to say. But a really talented guy though. That sandwich dude is really talented. Like he can do loops and stuff too. But he usually just plays video games. But he's amazing. Like he's an amazing musician. It's speaking as a very convoluted story for username. I respect E Flat. How big is he, Davey? I mean, he's pretty tall. I would estimate maybe about 6 feet tall. I would say, you know. So, but at any rate, just a really really cool guy. Like, definitely check out. Yeah, no, I definitely meant Streamwise. Absolutely, that was the intent. But, now I can evade identity theft. Han and Sandwich Guy. There you go. Neon says, "Hey, what's your favorite type of sandwich?" Great question. Hannah, what's your favorite type of sandwich?
Well, Neon and I were chatting before we got on stream tonight. So he's already seen a picture of my sandwich. Believe it or not, Neon, I still have the rest of my sandwich here. So, I mean, that's what I mean tonight. I don't know if it's my favorite though. Honestly, I don't eat a ton of sandwiches, but I really like sub sandwiches, and I was trying to get that for tonight. But you guys also would have made fun of me for my sub sandwich choice. It's literally like white bread with roast beef and mayonnaise. That's it.
Interesting. So simple and yet so effective. Interesting.
I mean, it's the same sandwich that I've been eating since I was a kid. So I feel like it's very nostalgic, and I kind of tend to do that. Like if I like something, why change it up? Like
Yeah.
it's already good.
Neon's right. Nothing wrong with mayo though. Nothing wrong with mayo. That's a solid pick. Like I remember recently I had a ham and cheese sandwich and I was like with mayonnaise and it's like this is really good. Like it doesn't need to be fancy to be great. It can be really basic and be really great at the same time. Yeah. Hey, shit, Cheeser, what's up? Scissorman51, what's up? It's good to see you. Prosciutto and arugula with a pesto sandwich. Now that sounds great, Necro.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, pesto. Yeah, pesto in a sandwich is good.
Mm-hmm. And Saber says that can be beauty and simplicity. 100%. Like, I mean, just some people have joined us late. Let me show you what sandwich I have tonight. Just to recap for everybody else. This
It looks way better than mine.
Well, I had to make it for last week. People were like poking fun at my sandwich last week. I only had like a PB&J on an English muffin. And you're like, man, you must have run out of time for that sandwich tonight. I'm like, yeah, well, not gonna lie.
I mean, that's pretty fancy on an English muffin.
It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Well, but this one definitely steps up the fancy. We've got a basically an avocado club. Turkey, bacon, lettuce, tomato, avocado, and on toasted egg bread, and this pickle. This all looks really good. Thank you, Nick. Thank you very much, Neon. Dude stepping up his hand, which I keep up, Han.
I should have known that you were going to have a fancy sandwich. I should have brought something fancier.
Well, Either that or I should have switched it up and done the fancy sandwich last week. But either way, it's don't I don't mean to I'm sorry, mate. I didn't mean to make you feel bad there, but I did like your sandwich a lot. Like honestly, when you get that bite into a grilled cheese sandwich and you get that that ooze of cheese and
Especially a cold sandwich with that rubbery cheese.
Yeah, but you could that's where the air fryer or the microwave comes in handy. That can restore a fate.
Yeah.
Start some life.
True.
Yeah.
We'll restore it.
I like it. Necker says, I don't understand how avocado doesn't taste as much. Well, I know it's not for everybody, but I love it. I'm a big fan. All right. So, must crusty, dusty sandwich just came. Oh my gosh. Well, maybe we'll continue these sandwich adventures tonight. You can make avocado delicious with mayo. I'm down for that too. Pinball says the toasted cheese sandwich is beautiful in its simplicity. Absolutely. Pinball nails it. Absolutely. Like I've had.
Thank you.
What kind of bread were you using tonight, Hannah? By the way.
Ooh, well, it's fancier than just white bread. It's 9-grain bread. I think that's what it's called. 9-grain.
See, talking to sing, and you said your sandwich wasn't fancy. 9-grain bread. It's pretty good.
9 grains.
There you go. I tell you, Neo nails it. Leaflet says, Hannah, you came in clutch. There have been a number of guests that didn't bring sandwiches. This is true. Some people didn't come through with a sandwich. Still had great interviews, but sandwich is a bonus for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I couldn't show up to your stream with no sandwich when I know you're the sandwich guy.
Well, I'm honored. Thank you so much for doing that. And it really means a lot. So, friends, I do want to make sure that Hannah starts to stream at a pretty decent time. So oh my gosh! Right as I say that, Sarah, so good to see you.
We were talking about you.
Yeah, we were indeed. It's so good to see you, Sarah. How are you doing? Can we give a shout out to Sarah Mahoney Music again? We were just talking about the Seattle scene. We were talking about meeting you in person because I met you for the first time up there a couple of Septembers ago. The real Mahoney, let's go. I love it so much. Yeah. We were just talking about how famous you are. No, for legit. Neon, legit. Oh my gosh, Pinball, thank you for the gift sub to Sarah Mahoney Music. And Sarah says, hi friends, Pinball, thanks for the ping in Discord. Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, it is nice to see you again, good friend. I hope you're well. It was cool to know that you both did a collab together, though. That's kind of a natural fit. I'm glad that went so well. But yeah, Sarah, the real deal Mahoney. Let's go. Oh, I'm sorry. Was it what was it? It was Sarah. The Sarah Mahoney is a treasure. Absolutely. It's always so much fun to vibe with our good friend Sarah Mahoney. I feel like
Sarah needs to see your sandwich and see my sandwich.
A phenomenal call. So first, I'll show what I have. I have my BLTA club sandwich, turkey and avocado and pickle. The tallest sandwich you'll ever see. Really, really good. There's my sandwich. And Hannah has...
This is what's left over of my very flat grilled cheese sandwich. There's 2 slices of cheese in here on 9-grain bread.
But definitely some brownie points on the bread. Definitely some brownie. Yeah. But tell her about the bread.
9 grain.
Exactly. Pinball says, also, I found the proof that Davey, Sarah, and Ryan were in the same room. Yes, this is last year. Let's go show this clip. Let me go show this clip. 1 second. Let me go ahead and copy this address. And we'll play the clip because this is really, really neat. So give me just a second here. I'm going to cue this up. So yeah, we all met, and I'm so sorry again. Like, I wish I had known this was like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna make sure I'll let you know next time I'm in Seattle for sure, Hannah. Like, I'm really looking forward to meeting you. Before too long. Let's see how it goes. So let me just get this queued up and then we'll go play this clip. So this is a clip of all of us at JevCon last year, and
Ooh,
the first time I
okay.
had. This was the first time I'd met a lot of people here, including our friends E Flat and Sarah Mahoney and Justin and Evelyn and Aaron too, of course, and Pinball and Calvin. Like all of them were there.
Fun.
It's kind of amazing. Bro, Han loves Curry. You all should go. I know we were talking about that earlier. Like we've been trying to make a pitch for Hana to join us for our karaoke nights here on Twitch. So we'll see. We'll talk about that. We'll negotiate that for sure. So here's a clip of. So I play whenever we have a raid, I play a Kaiser Chiefs song called "I Predict a Riot" as the raid song. So we were streaming this that night, and here's what happened.
Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. How y'all doing today?
Can you tell her to please make her way over here?
Yes. Now you got to come over here.
Come downtown, walk fast.
So that's Evelyn.
We're ready. We're ready for you. We're waiting.
This is come on over. Come on over, baby.
That's E Flat.
Come on over, baby.
Hey, Irene, don't you know we've got something going?
And there's Sarah on the right. You see Sarah?
Woo!
All I want is come over here.
That's great.
That's cool that you have that clip.
I'll give you a number.
Yeah, I'm grateful that someone clipped that. Like that was really, really fun. So let me see if I can find this. Okay, there.
Also, can I ask what was on the ceiling?
Oh, that I think it was the crucifix or something crazy like that.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, like, looks
It's
like, are they in a church or something?
It was a
Like, Jesus there?
it was a kitschy place to say the least, shall we say? Like let's look at that again. Like you have these lights, you have a disco ball. Like the Geodesic Dome is a one of a kind facility. Like Sutherland says, "Where's Emily?" Well, we did invite Emily that night. I think Emily was streaming that night though, so it's all good. It's all good. The church they were worshiping, chaos at a church. It felt like a church. Well, we took people to church on some songs, but it was really disco Jesus. That's a good way to put it, Hannah. Like, yeah, Corpus Christi held up by Christmas. I mean, if we even try to investigate that, you didn't even see the other side of the room. It was ridiculous. Like, yeah, like playing cards all over the place, mannequin legs. It was nuts. It was a nuts sandwich worship night. Like, it was a good time. A geodesic dome though. Yeah, geodesic dome.
Huh.
Yep. So if we were to try to organize another trip to Seattle, I will try. I mean, I will make every effort to like get that place back so we can all just hang out there and have a good time. It was really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun to join.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So there's a Han imposter multitask. I mean, listen, like we've seen it before. Like I think it's I feel like one of the really great qualities of Twitch is that you can multitask. It sounds like you're one of the best, Hannah.
Oof, I don't know. I mean, I try, but I feel like I get so distracted when I'm like trying to listen to a song, and then at the same time I'm like reading the chat and forgetting to respond to people after I'm done playing my song. It's hard. It's hard to keep up with all that. So I definitely do my best.
For sure. So yeah. Anyway, yes, sir. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you're well. What's new with you, by the way? Do you have any happenings as well over on your channel? Girl can play music while reading, chat while playing Chopin. Wow, Hannah. Wow, now that's next level. That's next level.
Not Chopin. No. That's another joke they're making. But I try.
Yeah. But at any rate, yeah, I'm honestly like Sarah mentioned that the next JevCon will be in Austin, Texas, which obviously a fair amount of distance away from Seattle. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't go to Seattle at a different part of the year anyway. So stay
Yeah.
tuned. Stay tuned.
Let us know.
It was a joke. Okay, right on. Yeah. Right on, Neon. No, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that, Neon. Yeah. Well, let me just say thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. It's really great to see you all here. It means a lot that you hang out here. I appreciate you waiting out the delay too. I'm now feeling pretty good, and thank you. We're gonna go right over to Hana's channel. Like we're actually gonna go. We're gonna keep. We're just kidding. I know that's kind of the thing of it. Why don't we just keep the conversation going at hansolo1390 then, right? Like, you know, it seems like you are always great at carrying conversations, Hana. I mean, it's great to see. I do want to thank you for being part of this tonight. And
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. I feel like this is like my first official like collab interview.
Mhm.
So I was a little nervous, but yeah, I don't know. It was very, I mean, I feel like it was very chill. So
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate you bringing me on here, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Glad to do it. What are you doing? No, I think it's a good call. We want to make sure that Hana has a solid amount of stream time too. So, thank you, Pinball. You're very kind. Davey's a fantastic host. Well, I tell you what, Hana, you made it easy tonight. Like, it's really great to hang out with you. Really good to get to know you, and I'm glad you weren't. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all just friends here. So I'm you know, even though if you were nervous, I'm glad we helped ease that a little bit as we moved along. Oh, you mean she should definitely do more cola? Oh, Neon, I understand. Well, we'll see what the future holds. But King says first we raid them, then first we interview them, then we raid them, and Neon adds, then we eat their sandwiches. Thank you so much, Jessamine. Thank you for mentioning that. I'm glad Davey can eat it. Yes, like in the last 2 weeks, I've been able to eat properly again. It's huge. It's huge. I went through some dental surgery at the beginning of the month, and
Ooh.
yeah, had some liquid diet for a little bit there. Soft foods for a little while.
You should have changed your username to Davey is eating soft foods.
Yeah, Davey's eating mashed potatoes. I thought about it. I did. I thought it would be interesting if I were to just for fun, like one day, just change it to Davey's not eating a sandwich and see what would happen. But I think I can't do that because Twitch makes you wait like 90 days before you can change it back. So I can't. It wouldn't really. It would not be a good call. So if anybody of you wanted to ever try that as a prank, like, be aware of that. And further, if you do that, there is a chance that somebody else could take your name in the middle and use that as their handle. So be careful. Be careful with that move. If you're going to change your name, make it a pretty solid, long-term, permanent change is what I would say.
Can't have anyone stealing the 1390 from me.
Davey eating yogurt. I was, yeah. And smoothies and applesauce. A lot of applesauce. Applesauce was big. Like I was team applesauce for a while there. It was big time. Now you know Han don't want to become 1391. Sarah says solid alt account idea. Yeah, for sure, Sarah. A solid alt account idea. Solid. E-Flat says, I remember a person who lost a bet to a streamer and their user was named Streamer is my daddy for 90 days. Wow. I think I know who the streamer was too. I think I do. I know. Right? E-Flat, is it the guy I'm thinking of? Is it a certain modding mod that was the one who lost that bet? Because I think I remember that.
Oh no.
Daddy Jeff Bezos. No, chooser. Let's not get too crazy with these. Daddy Jeff Bezos. This is funny though. Davey's grilling a sandwich. Davey eating. Yeah, there's So many options. So many options. 50. Oh, was it 50? It's 50. Oh, that's right. It was 52 maple syrup. I remember that. Yeah. That's right. I was there. It was a couple years ago. Fiddy lost the bet. And then I think Fiddy had to like change his name to like, or Fiddy had to change their name to like, somebody got a blah, 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 blah. Flat 6 minutes. Okay. Versus Kelly Gates 40. That's right. That's right. Clips where it didn't happen. Yeah. Oh gosh, Hannah, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm just taking. Your chat is really fun. I think that's something.
I know they're pretty great.
Yeah. So yeah, clips where it didn't happen to Sarah. I concur with that. Hannah, I will let you go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this. I do hope you have a great stream tonight. We'll catch up with you in like just seconds because like once you start your stream, we'll raid over there.
Okay. Ooh, I don't know about seconds. I might need a little bit longer.
A few more
to
minutes.
set up.
Let's say minutes. Let's say minutes. I don't want to get too carried away. But everyone in chat, stay right with us because I'll be glad to chat with you in the meanwhile. We can chat about the interview or anything else that you want to get into in the next like 5 to 10 minutes. But thank you very much, Saber. 5-star interview. Well, you're very kind. Thank you so much. 10 Michelin stars. Well, that's they usually only do 5, so that's really good. Thank you. I appreciate you, Neon. Like a delicious grilled sandwich. How'd I get to 10 out of 10? Well, I believe that for sure. Thank you, Jordy.
Thank you.
Can we give a shout out to Jordy for? Let me just say thank you to Jordy for nominating you for this interview. Like, thank you, Jordy. Like, that's a really good call. Like, I've been following Hannah for a while. Mm-hmm.
Jordy, was that you?
Big time props to Jordy. Like, a really great call. Like, yeah.
Thanks, Jordy.
Hey, Dark, it's good to see you. Shout out to Dark Native too. Yeah. So thank you, Jordy. Thank you everybody for coming through as well. And Neon, thank you so much. Like, well, you're an awesome person too. Neon Chillawave. Hey man, you're an awesome interviewer and a great person. Oh, you're very kind. Thank you for the follow too. That's so nice to have you as part of our fam. Welcome to our Sam fam. We hope you'll enjoy it here. We have many great foods here. I'm glad to say. So Hannah, yeah. All the best. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
You bet. Bye. That's hansolo1390, everybody. Thank you, Hannah, for doing this. What a fun spot that was. Big time props. Thank you so much, Hannah, for joining us as well. Dark says, I'm following you now too, Dave. Thank you, Dark. It's nice to have you join us, join our Sam fam for the first time. Make sure to follow Dark, of course. But Dark has definitely been following us for a while. It's so good to see you, my friend. I hope you're well. We had a good weekend. It was really great hanging out with you at KR's channel the other night. So big props. Han Solo says, "Oh, good, she's gone." Wait. What do we got here? What do you got? Now we can really talk about Han. Oh my god. Nah. Of course, the person who wrote that, hansolo1390. That is funny. That is funny. I like to nominate someone. Now let's spin the wheel and find out who the next guest will be. I've got ideas up my sleeve. We'll come up with something. Let's sort out the things with my work, and then as that happens, we'll work on some future guests. We've had a really, let me tell you something. We have with Hannah's interview, we have had a really good month on the Sandwich Show. So big time props to all of you who've joined us for interviews, all of you who've been here in chat, all of you who supported the show, even the lurkers, like you all of you who lurk. And lurking is a huge thing for us. Like, thank you so much for hanging out with us all this time. Neon says it should be Sarah. Glad she's gone. That woman in her cold sandwich. I mean, Hannah's gone, right? Yeah. Just kidding, Han. We love you. Of course, we love you. We love Hannah here for everybody. Yeah. Well, I might have good news for you from that, Fred Neon. Indeed. Well, yeah. So, and then Kingdom of Fallen. If you do have someone to nominate, let me know in DMs or whispers. I'd be glad to take your suggestions. Dark says, yeah, I'm peeking in from work, chat intermittently. Let me make sure we got you a shout out there, Dark, because you've done some. Yeah, there you go. Dark's got a shout. Great. So give our friend Dark a follow too. Really, really cool. And you want to talk about music? Dark has a really great indigenous music showcase on their channel. Really cool. Go check out Dark Native. Let's have Dark on stream. Wouldn't it be fun to have Dark on karaoke? No, just kidding. Just kidding. I don't want to do that to Dark. I don't want to put Dark on the spot like that. But if you ever did want to do karaoke, we are here for you. Yeah. Has Davey entered? Hey, Juanita Cow, what's up? What is up, my friend? Can we give a shout to Juanita Cow? It's so good to see you, my friend. Have I ever interviewed a sandwich? Well, I got one here. Let's go talk to our friend, the Turkey Avocado Club sandwich. Turkey Avocado sandwich. How's it going tonight? You know, you used to look like one of the tallest sandwiches I've ever seen in my life. Would you ever consider a career in the NBA? You know, it's really interesting to see all these things developing. But what's the favorite? What do you consider your best asset of yourself? Well, it's an all-around winner. Thank you so much for coming on stream with us, Club Sandwich. That was a good interview. Not gonna lie, that was pretty fun. But yeah, Juanita Cow, so good to see you. Shout out to Juanita Cow, really cool variety streamer. Spoken Words Club Sandwich. Yeah, I had no argument here. No argument here. Featured clip. That sandwich had a lot to say. I'm not. I mean, you just never know where the great interviews are going to come from, everybody. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's a good time. I would love to share my best assets, but it would be TOS. Oh my, Dark. Goodness. Was that hansolo1390? Oh my gosh. Hey, Hana. Oh, y'all are great. Thank you so much for hanging out. So, Juanita Cow, how'd it go? I understand, I've been told by certain sources that you may have checked out our friend Willow Stephens recently, and I hope that went well, because just looking at the highlights, like, she killed it. That whole band killed it. It was really fun. I hope you realize that had to be clipped. Oh no! You clipped it! Oh no! Oh man! I heard Wawa sound like Han. Oh, that's so great. Sorry, it was 1391. Yeah, that was Han Solo 1391. Wow, that yeah, that's cool. I'm glad the show went well. Our good friend, the cow. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, a really cool group photo too. We have 2 clips of it. Oh. Oh my goodness. Well, do you fancy being a sandwich model? Yes, I suppose I would. Let's go. Oh, that's great. Oh, thank you. Man, did we clip Hana in the stream? I don't know, but the good thing is we'll have the VOD up tomorrow, so you're most definitely welcome to clip the stream after the fact. Why, Han? Hey, Penguin, so good to see you. Welcome in. Shout out Penguin Superhero. Currently sitting at 652 strokes under par, and she hadn't even started her round yet. That's tomorrow. But your Pac-Man light is fantastic as well as the saber. Well, thank you very much. Got that as a gift. My other cousin, Wasabi Wub gave this to me for a birthday present. It's very cool. Like, I don't know if you knew this about this light, but the bottom of it is actually like the walls of the tunnel. You know, like you know, like in Pac-Man you have these walls, like these with blue outline walls. It's actually a blue outline wall underneath all the characters here. it's a phenomenal design. But yeah, what's good, Penguin? I hope you're doing. Han Solo says, make sure you clip that beautiful sandwich. Oh, absolutely. Hana, I will. It's been clipped. I think that sandwich has been clipped a couple times. Certainly during the interview section, it was clipped a couple times. Neon says, I want a grilled cheese sandwich now. Oh, I hear it. And then E-Flat says, it'll be forever documented through the VOD. I also will be dreaming of that grilled cheese. Yeah. I want to try grilled cheese and 9 grain bread too. That looked good. Clearly it will even be better. I'm sure. I mean, even a cold grilled cheese sandwich is really good. So, personally, I was all about it. That was a great sandwich. With 7 grain bread. Well, Hana had 9 grain, but I mean, either of those would sound like really good choices. Yeah. Put Sloppy Joe on it, says King. Neon says you should have interviewed Han Sandwich Bro. Maybe next time. I feel like maybe next time. Like next time we get Hana back on the show, we'll also bring in the sandwich for a mini interview within the spot. The fun part about the internet is everything stays on there forever. It's losing grains. That is true. I mean, it's fun. It's fun for the consumer, I guess, right? But it's fun all around overall. So I'm with it. The only thing better would be 10 grains. I think I've seen an 11 grain bread, if you can believe it. It's graining bread. Hallelujah. Oh, that's funny. But not fun for the person. I mean, it depends on what the clip is, right? But it can be cringeworthy for the person for the author. Neon says, I'm going to be a streamer too for all the clips. 10 grains. Saber says, how many grains are there? 1390 grains. Yeah, Jordy. Sarah says, Davey, what are you excited about for the channel this year? Any segments in particular? So that's a good question. Like, there's a couple of things I was looking at. We just started like a regular. We kicked off a really good, like, semi-regular trivia series. So I think that is something I'm really looking forward to. Like, just expanding on trivia, doing entire trivia specials like every other month or something like that. There are a few other things I wanted to dabble with. I like to finish Super Mario Brothers Lost Levels sometime soon, so that might be coming pretty soon. We're considering doing a multiplayer Golf with Your Friends tournament pretty soon. We already do sort of do that, but we're gonna like compete for things in it. It's gonna be really, really dope. Giant tournament, like multiple rounds and so on. So that's coming soon. And we've got the Streamiversary coming up, which is in May. And so the Streamiversary, usually we have a whole lot of people on for that. The Streamiversary date would be Saturday. I'm gonna assess that. I'm not sure if I would do it on that day, but it would be close for sure. Yeah, and that's the gist of it. Like, I think, what was another thing I was looking forward to? I'm looking forward to trying some new point redeem ideas. I actually had one where you could play a random voicemail greeting, and so every time you redeem it, it plays a random voicemail greeting, and you don't even know, nobody knows which one it is. I'm just gonna pick it at random. It's gonna be picked at random when I push the button. And I thought it could be hilarious. I'm just concerned about potential copyright infringement issues because the funny voicemail greetings I'm sourcing from were released, publicly at one point and sold many, many years ago. But I mean, what do you think? Do you think that would be a fun point redeem? Like, just like goofy voicemail greetings? Ramos says, oh, wait, I have to pick a movie. Oh, you do have to pick a movie. Oh, you're right. We owe you a movie. What movie were you interested in? I mean, I'm assuming it's Mac and Me 2. Oh, you would fancy that? Okay, I could give it a shot. So that's another thing I was looking forward to, trying some new point redeems. That looks like a fun one. Okay, so like we have a vote of support for it. Apparently not Howard the Duck? Oh, why not? I would do it if you wanted to. Oh, Neon, have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much. But if you do get finished with your laundry and you want to come back for Hana's stream, definitely do it, because we'll all be there in just a few minutes. So absolutely, Neon. So good to see you. Nice to meet you. Thank you for the follow again. I got lots of perns to burn anyway. Yeah. Rahoma, great to see you again. Looking forward to meeting you IRL pretty soon. Without getting into specifics, it's going to be a good time. Oh, man. Well, it wouldn't be a Jordy. Jordy wouldn't be... Okay, this is quite a bit to do here. You have a lot of points to burn. I can see that. All right. Let's see how I can... I'm gonna do the Mentos trick first, but I gotta remember to do starting lineup afterwards. So... welcome. Well, the Mentos trick is back. I just restored it today, so welcome back, Mentos trick. Let's do it. And then give me just a second. All right. Okay, here comes the Mentos trick. It's been a minute. We'll see what happens here. Oh, oh goodness, I'm scared. Let me go back here. Well, that was a particularly spirited effort. Oh. Lord. That was a mess. Oh, but in the best way possible. Good thing you're back the way there was some spillage that, yeah, definitely. Fortunately, nothing on anything crucial. So we're a little lucky. We're good in that area, thankfully. Okay, just dried it up. So King, can we check and see if hansolo1390 is up? Like, are they streaming? If so, then yeah, absolutely. We'll just do a starter lineup and then we'll go ahead and raid over. Understandable. It's been a while. Well said, Romo. I remember your bed was a victim to the Mentos trick. Yep. I remember that. Well, that's true. Rahomus is right. So, ending lineup? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, folks, let's do it. Here we go. And away we go. Let's do it. So, y'all. Oh, one other announcement. I forgot to mention this. The next trivia challenge is going to be with Art and Pete. Art Mays and Pete Lentz, aka the people who are Art and Pete, and they contribute songs also for... you also see their songs featured on the Brookstone Bards Twitch channel. Going to be doing trivia against each other, and I'm very excited to prepare all sorts of music trivia categories for them. That's next month on the Sandwich Show. Very excited. Okay, aka Art and Pete, aka Art and Pete. Yeah, exactly. That's actually quite phenomenal. She has starting student screen. Great. So let's do our quote, ending lineup, and then we'll go right out. So if you would like to do starting lineup tonight, use exclamation point lineup, and plus, yeah, that's it. Exclamation point lineup will read your name as if you're in a basketball game, and feel free to vibe and hype during the entire time. This will be really fun. Here we go, everybody. Thank you so much for doing this, everyone. Catch you there. Let's do the thing. Let's do the thing. Woo! Basketball community mathletes. Absolutely. Mathletes welcome too. Let's do it. I love math. Do it up. All right, everybody, get on your feet. And now the starting lineup for your Davey's eating a sandwich show. Leading off tonight, our collab guest who's just started stream. It was great to hang out with our good friend from the Queen City, Seattle, Washington. I think it's the Queen City. Double checking. No, maybe it's the Emerald City. Excuse me. Well, anyway, a piano streamer, an EDM fan. Her name's Hannah hansolo1390. Next in our lineup, joining us all the way from a different part of town, sure plays the mean pinball sorcerer. And joining pinball in the lineup tonight from North Carolina, the master of perfect pitch and the leader of Ryan's Lions. Let's give it up for our friend, that Ryan, that flat guy. Joining us next in our lineup, from the great music city of Austin, Texas, tucked away in grilled cheese corner. Whether it's hot, whether it's cold, or whether it's got sloppy Joe, it's good to be king. Our good beloved Mod King Breaker. And next, joining us from Southern California, big Dodger fan, big fan of golf with your friends, big fan of hansolo1390, big fan of Twitch, not to be confused with certain engineering staff on the Starship Enterprise. Let's hear it for our good friend Jordy 12. And next in our lineup, joining us from north of the border, our good friend loves himself a good sock. Let's hear it for the beloved Scissorman 51. And joining us tonight from hansolo1390's community, really good friend and one of our newest Sam fam, one of our newest members of the Sam fam. Let's give it up for our good friend Galinorian Saber. And joining us next in our lineup, hanging out in cozy, warm, sunny, after this big rainstorm, San Diego, the Troller-in-Chief, and our beloved mod, Ra. Sign me up, Ra. Homo. And finally, joining us in our lineup tonight, lastly but definitely not leastly, we're glad you love this too. A fabulous pianist, based out of Seattle, Washington. A fabulous human being. who's always fun for a good few jokes and some fun times over on her channel. Give our friend a follow. Sarah, the real deal, Mahoney! Ladies, gentlemen, and double checking the non-binaries, your Davy's eating a sandwich! Sandwich show! Let's go! Thank you so much for joining live, everybody. Appreciate you. Dark Native, let's give it up for our friend Dark Native as well. Good to see you. It's a great chat tonight. Thank you so much, everybody. Woo! Oh man, that was a fun time. Hannah is on camera. All right, let's do it. Thank you, King, for the updates. All right, folks. Well, we know what to do. Let's go back and let's raid out to our friends hansolo1390. Thank you so much. Can we have some mod love in the chat first? To King and to everyone else who supports this channel. Rahomo, of course, as well. And Jamie88888, who's often here in our chat as well. And Tina French, I think I saw earlier in the evening. Not sure, but big love to our mods. Let's thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you, Pinball and Juanita Cow, Scissorman, King Downbreaker, Galanorian Saber, Neon Chillwave. Really great to have you. Sarah Mahoney Music, Jordy12, E-Flat, and our good friends who have joined us here tonight, and also the people who joined us every week. Go Canes! Yeah, check it out. Check it out. Scissorman going for the Canes. I love it. Now, I like to say go Canes, go Canes. I use the hockey team and also the chicken. They're both pretty good. So without further ado, let's get the hype. Let's get the raid calls in the chat. I can see them already. Oh, good Penguin. So good to see you too. I forgot. It's good to. Don't want to forget Penguin Superhero. Welcome in. You'll catch more of Penguin hopefully tomorrow, depending on how things go. Depending on how things go with my health tomorrow, but I think we should be solid for it. Y'all have a good rest of your night. All most appreciated. We're gonna go raid, of course, our good friend hansolo1390, who was just on with us. Let's continue the party over there. It's a good time. Thank you all so much. Let's keep the vibe going over at Hana's channel. Good night for now. Let's hopefully see you tomorrow for mini golf. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you soon. Take care, y'all. And make sure to follow hansolo1390 if you've not already. All right, bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Cheers. I love it, Jordy. I love it.